Now in this recall, GM says that it's a failure of the secondary brake controller that engages during low speeds. Hey, Kurt Curtis coming at you from the Full Octane Garage, and today we're going to talk about GMC trucks. And we're usually really positive on GMC trucks, but we happen to have a truck or two that have been impacted by a recent recall. So we wanted to share the recall with you guys. Right now it looks like 3.4 million SUVs and pickup trucks, GMC Chevrolet Cadillac from 2014 to 2018, are in for a recall. Our understanding of these symptoms is, in a slow braking operation like in a parking lot, you will all of a sudden feel like you have no brakes and you really have to lay on the brakes to stop the vehicle. It's actually a very scary experience, and it's a real difficult experience to go through a couple of times. We actually have 4 trucks that fell into this particular issue, 2 of which have exhibited the issue. Our 2014 diesel, we ran up to about 30,000 miles and we never had the issue with it. We've had 2 2017 GMCs and about 65 to 70,000 miles. We did exhibit the issue, took the trucks to the GMC dealership, and these were 2017 GMC Denali 1500s, and both had exhibited in very close time frames, very close mileage ranges, an issue where it felt like there were no brakes while you were pulling into a parking spot. You had to really lay on it hard, and it's a very scary experience. Both vehicles were taken to the dealer. The dealer said that the vacuum pump needed to be replaced to the tune of $1,200 to $1,500 per truck. These trucks were out of warranty. Got no special dispensation from GM. They said that there was not a known issue with this, so pay the bill and out the door you go. Now, as you know, we love GMC trucks, and we have put a ton of positive videos out there on GMC trucks. But in fairness to our viewership, we have to also give you some reviews on the bad items. And there aren't typically very many bad items, but today we found out that there's actually a recall for 3.2 million trucks that have an issue that we exhibited. So we felt our duty to share it with our audience. Now in this recall, GM says that it's a failure of the secondary brake controller that engages during low speeds. And what they're saying is it helps the main system at lower speeds. So they're going to recalibrate the system, I assume, to bypass the low speed vacuum pump and probably utilize the main vacuum pump for all vacuum. Now in our scenario, our 2017 GMC Denalis 1500s exhibited the situation where the brakes felt like they were non-existent or went away at low speed parking scenarios. We immediately took the trucks to the dealership. Our dealership told us it's a brake vacuum pump that had a failure and it needed to be replaced to the tune of $1,200 to $1,500 on one truck, and then we took the second truck in, and all of a sudden we got a little bit of a discount on that one, because what are the odds of 2 trucks failing within about 3 weeks apart with very similar mileage? It sounds like a fishy issue to us. But we sucked it up and we paid the bill. And lo and behold, 8 months later, we now have a recall. The recall says that they're going to recalibrate the electronic brake controller. Why couldn't they have done that 6 months ago when we exhibited the very same issue that the recall is calling upon? They aren't replacing any parts under the recall, they're just recalibrating the brake controller, and magic is supposed to happen. So we were a little disappointed that we had to spend somewhere in the tune of $2,500 to $3,000 for something that several months later we all of a sudden get a recall list on. Now we're going to go back to GM and ask them for a refund and see if they will give us a refund. I am very doubtful that they're going to, but it's certainly worth a try. What we would love to hear is what you're experiencing. Have you exhibited the scenario with a feeling that your brakes disappear or almost go away at a very low speed? What were your symptoms? How many miles did you have on your truck? And what did GM tell you when you took it into the dealership? And this is for anybody with a GMC Denali, Cadillac Escalade, a Chevrolet pickup Suburban, Tahoe, or any of those vehicles ranging from 2014 to 2018. Now, I still have a 2018 with about 15 to 16,000 miles on it. I am assuming that my truck will fall into the recall range where I'll go in and get a recalibration, so I may never exhibit this scenario. But you can rest assured that I will be going to the dealership, finding out whether my truck falls into this category, getting to the bottom of it, and we'll probably have a follow-up video on my experience on getting the recall taken care of. So, again, love to hear your experience on what happened to your truck, what the feeling was, how many miles you had on the truck, and what did you do to remedy the situation, and best of all, how much did it cost you, or was it under a recall? Please feel free to leave some comments below. We'd love to hear about your experience, and we'll continue to give you real-world experiences about our exposure to the GMC Denalis. So, thanks for being with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back often.